I'm gonna start out with just some phthalo blue. Nice and simple. We'll just start working this in. And in case you hadn't noticed, apparently I grabbed a nylon brush, which is a big no-no. Big no-no. Sure. Here we go. Yeah. And right now we're just throwing in color. Random color. Well, it ain't random. It's blue as always. But the atmosphere is blue because the water is blue. Yada yada. Touch more. Start fading this in. We use a little crisscross motions. Not only we're doing, excuse me, it's always allergy season or something. But only we're using the crisscross because it'll help. The little crisscross motions will help push the paint into the canvas. Because we can sit here and just go back and forth all day long, and you'll see it just, you'll still have really bad streaks, brush marks, what have you. So we'll just work it in like this, and then we'll go over to smooth out. We don't drop our palette in the floor. Now after I feel like we've got this color into the canvas good enough, that's when we'll take me wipe the brush off here. Sorry, no more arms in the way. Alright. We got a little room here, make it easier on myself. Alright. Now let's come in here. Feeling pretty decent with that. Now I'll just go over and get my smooth colors I was talking about. And since we're gonna have, you know what, we'll probably do water. So on this bottom side right here, we get rid of that hair. I'm actually gonna bring my strokes upward. I tell you what, just because I don't think I've ever done it before, I'm going to do all my strokes in an upward motion on this one as a blend. Just see what kind of difference it makes. I gotta tell you, it completely appears different. There's just a couple of strokes. Alright. I kind of like that. I'll probably start doing that from now on. That just, it's different. Alright. Sorry to be getting in the way. Of course, I don't have my actual stand for my camera, so I've got you stood up on a table here, so. But it'll be alright. See. Alright. The painting that they request will have a mountain. So I guess I'll do some mountain colors. Grab a little bit of white. Always need white. Even when I don't need white, I need white. And if you hadn't noticed, I wasn't really quite prepared like I should have been. I'm gonna throw a little bit of blue in here. Might have to brighten up a little more. I'm out of the limits. I'm out of the listen. appearance I'm looking for, so we'll just go with straight red and hope that it works out. Because I would really like to get this just a touch more of a violet color, I guess. We'll darken it up just a touch of black in there. Just give it a little bit of color. Doesn't have to have a lot. I do want it more to the blue side than that though. There we go. We're getting somewhere slowly, but we're getting. Just a touch more to the blue side. Because I don't want this mountain to completely knock your eyes out. I won't be able to blend it out. Alright, so now I've got like an off bluish gray color here. And I'm pretty well content with that, I guess. Alright, and then we want sharp peaks. So, sharp peaks, what they want, sharp peaks is what we'll give them. Actually, I think I might need to go a touch darker after looking at that sky. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so same color we had, just slightly darker. Try to mix it just a touch better. And in case you hadn't noticed, I wasn't very well organized or prepared today. So this means this painting here is going to be similar to every other painting we've done here. All right, so sharp peaks. Something like that, I guess. There we go. Sharper. Yeah, something like that. We'll come back in. We'll have the next one right about here. Somewhere in that neighborhood. Alright, now we need to start bringing this one down. Somewhere in there, I guess. And we'll start the third one in this area. I don't like making my mountaintops this sharp, really, but I mean, we'll do what? We'll do it how they want it done. Somewhere in there. That still ain't going to be exactly how they wanted it, but I believe they'll be content with it when they get it. Bring this one up just a little bit higher for them. Somewhere right in there, I guess. And we'll just throw a little bit of color in here just to do it. Alright, time for some magic brush work. We'll use you. More of that color. brush is holding all kinds of water on me, isn't it? Alright, let's try this again. Alright, we just want to mist this out. Remember, you ain't gonna hurt this canvas. We just want to maintain our direction though, as we fade this out. We'll fix that, it'll be alright. Yeah, I'm not painting nothing in a while, so I'm by far out of practice. Big time. Okay, we'll go ahead and color in our mountain. We'll just go ahead and do some shadows. It's gonna be fun to put shadows on that because that thing is steep indeed. All right. Well, as always, we'll need more white. We'll have to throw a little bit of blue in there. So we'll actually take some of that gray with that color we've got there to make our darker side. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and let's do the white side first. Okay, all I'm doing is I'm trying to keep sort of that color. I'm just brightening it up a little bit. And we'll just give us a nice thin cut over our paint right there. Yes, we'll try to, I don't know, we'll try to go this side. Yeah, why not? Just try to let that paint break as best you can. And don't get aggravated at this part. This part is so, it ain't no you just coming in here doing this. This will take you a while. Just remember though, just lightly. Try to flatten that brush out and just give it a nice drag. That paint's going to naturally break on its own. The more you do this, the more it'll just be automatic to you as well. That's just being 100% honest. And then, you know, throw you some nice little other high points in here, peaks, what have you. Like old Bob said, 2 hairs and some air, and you know, it pretty much applies to, well, it definitely applies to doing this. And with acrylics like we're using here, it's about 10 times harder, to be honest with you. Just let it break. Drag it, let it break. Let it break. And you just keep going over this till you're satisfied with it. Do not overdo it though, because you don't want to lose all your dark underneath or it completely kills the effect. And I know this because I've done that a million times. Then we'll come back in here. You know, we'll do a little bit of a dark. We just want to leave some of our true dark color in there though. We don't want to eliminate all that. We'll come back over here and we'll do it more to the blue side, darker color. But we want to make sure to leave, on our shadow side, we want to make sure we leave some of the dark areas in there, because you need something to break it up. And where that paint's gonna want to stick, it'll stick. You ain't gonna make it. So you just let it take what it wants and it gives you back what it doesn't. Just roll with it. See the beautiful in it. I mean, at first you gotta remember, sometimes when you start a painting, it looks terrible to you, but after you get going, you're like, you know, hey, you know, that's like this right here. I had a little boo-boo there. And I'm gonna get rid of that just like that. Plus, I kind of didn't. I know they want sharp peaks, and they, you know, that's cool. I like that, but I kind of want to mix it up a little bit myself. The painting's for somebody else, but it's my painting because I'm doing it. I'm gonna brighten it up a little bit more right there, just because that's what I want to do. Break. See how you get the extra little peaks. It's just little things. Keep going in there, bumping at it, doing this, doing that, and it starts coming together for you. It starts coming to life, so to speak. Let's just grab that and pull. Remember, slopes always drag the direction you want it to go. It's completely directional painting, 100%, and you just want to keep making sure that you keep your angles sloping in the direction they're supposed to go. Just like so. And just drag that paint. The more it breaks, the better. This painting, I personally do not like this painting already, just because, you know, if I wasn't doing it for somebody else, I'd went a completely different route. But hey, we'll make this work. And now, like I say, let's grab this paint and slow it. About need more white. Get carried away. We'll throw a couple more little thises and that's in there. You see what I'm saying? And then we'll just like that. Like Bob always says, if you make sounds when you do it, it works better. So I loved watching Bob Ross growing up. Really did. But I also loved his mentor, which would have been Bill Alexander. He's the one who actually came up with this painting technique of wet on wet. And I always loved to watch him because, you know, Bob was all nice and easy with it, trying to, you know, make everything look all nice and pretty and perfect. Bill didn't care. He's just slam, 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 you know what I mean? He's an absolute ball to watch paint. And I think, well, I'm sure you could find some YouTube videos of him. I'm sure somebody's got him on there somewhere. I need to start looking it up myself. He was absolutely hilarious. Him and his, you know, his German accent, and, you know, just, he was a man who truly loved painting. You could tell by how enthusiastic he was as he painted. Try not to get paint everywhere like I did, if you can. All right, we're gonna go in here and go ahead and mix this with this darker color real quick. We'll throw a touch of blue in that because it's gonna be the back side of the mountain. So we're gonna want it nice and darker with a touch of blue, because shadows, you normally want a touch of blue with your shadows. We're just gonna hit spots. So we don't wanna get rid of all that pretty dark. Something like this. Just try to get that paint to take any and everywhere you can. But remember to keep in the direction. Keep your slopes moving. Bob always would try, he didn't try. Bob always got his mounts in one nice swoop to where Bill heard just down, you know. Absolute ball to watch. He's got to be on YouTube somewhere. I mean, Lord rest his soul, he's dead and gone now, but I mean, there has to be videos of him on YouTube. Has to be. Yeah, I'm fine on that, whatever. Right brush, that's not it. I guess there it is. Now we'll come here and start trying to blend out this bottom. That's all you're gonna do is just grab it and slide it. Remember your directions. Direction of your swoop needs to go in the same direction as your mountain. Lightly pull, lightly pull, lightly pull. You'll get to a point where you're completely satisfied with it, and that's where you'll leave it. You will leave it be right after that you get to that point. Switch up here to a slightly smaller brush. Try to work in that dark because that brush is about too big. Try to brush out some of the little mistakes. So, I mean, I'm impossible to please, but you know, I still don't like it, but it'll work. Because I know me, and I'll sit right here and I'll overwork this paint to death. Because that's what I do. Just to satisfy myself, I'm going to put a little more right there. I don't like it, but I think I'm about to ready to call that it. I'm just kind of highlighting it a little better in spots. Should have cleaned the brush first, but it's okay. Something similar. This ain't gonna be exactly like the one they wanted, but hey, we'll get it. We'll try to get her in the neighborhood. Honestly, can't remember what the one. All right. They sent me a picture of what they wanted, but you know, I ain't gonna do anybody's painting to a T. You know. I'll do something similar, but I then forgot what it looked like. So it'll be all right though. I'm sure it's gonna have clouds. They always have clouds. All right, let's go. Taking our fan brush as always, and we'll just do a little something right in here. I'm just throwing some random, absolutely random stuff in here. little brush here just to blend them in a little better. The top of my clouds, I always try to leave a little more sharp. I always try to blend out the bottom, so I'm going to just kind of fade into the sky normally. Lightly blending it. This is a super soft brush too, so the reason I use it for a blender. A little blender brush. Kind of fluff that one a little more. Just soften these clouds a little bit. Still don't like those mountains at all, but it's okay. Try to blend these one more time and I'll leave them alone. I just like to really, really, really soften clouds. That's the one I was using. Yep. I need to work in some trees. I don't know what brush I need for that. Figure it out as we go, right? I really didn't put out any green. Obviously not. Alright, sap green it is. brown in that to kind of calm it down. Touch more. I just want a nice, dull, pastelish brown, I guess. Let me use some of this green. Yes, there we go. That's gonna give me my base color. I don't really want to use that brush. Guess you're the. Let's see if this one works out. Pray it won't. Well, that brush apparently holds a lot of water. All right. Now we'll see if this brush works or not. If it doesn't, we're going to ruin a painting right here. All right. Let's see. Just trying to fill that brush as good as I can. I'm literally just taking and pushing up with my brush sideways here. I'm filling it full of paint and pushing up, up, up. Then we'll come back over and highlight it with something. And I'm sure you've already noticed this is a nylon brush, which, yeah, no secret how I feel about nylon brushes, but I mean, you can make them work. I just don't like making them work. More in here like that. We'll try to toss a little bit of, let me lighten this color up back here. A little lighter. We'll throw some little like foot heels or something back here. Base of the mountain. I'd still like a little bit lighter. Alright, yeah, there we go. Let me start throwing some little somethings back in there. Wrong brush. Entirely. Oh, here we go. You're not. Yeah, here we go. Well, yeah, I guess you are too. We're never can go wrong with a fan brush. Still not what I want. That brush, so you want to cut it though. blender. We'll try to blend it out a little bit and see what we can do with it. Size brush I'm looking for. You might work. Yep, here's the one I was looking for. Just misting it out. Then we'll come in with another layer slightly darker. And as we come in, you know, every layer will make a touch darker. I don't know if I want to make it that dark, but hey, it'll be all right. Sorry, I'm so unprepared today, folks. There we go, that'll probably work. We'll just come right in here with another layer. You can tilt and twist this fan brush around a little bit, just like I'm doing here, to give the illusion of different trees. This right here. Only requires you hitting the same spot 4 or 5 times. Again, I'm gonna fade it out with this one again. So I don't like it, but maybe I can make it grow on me. All right, let's see. I'm going here, clean out this brush first and foremost. And then we'll start throwing in some of my favorite trees. No secrets that what that is. Let's get that brush nice and sharp. Let's go right here. Yeah, why not right here? The ever faithful evergreen. And anybody can paint an evergreen. I don't care who you are. You can start painting evergreens on day one. Anybody can do evergreens, I'm promising you. That's all. It was a big old evergreen, just like that, just like that. So I'm talking about. Do some things at the top there a little. Whoa! And try not to do that, y'all. How on earth did I do? I know how I did that. Painting sitting behind the easel that fell into the easel. Boy, that really left us a mess. You know what that means now? This tree just got bigger. That's how we remedy that, I guess. Really didn't want it to be that big, and I hate having them that go plumb out of sight to where you can't see the tops of them, but it is what it is. He just grew in stature, didn't he? A lot. So that means I need to do me another small. I just realized they wanted water, they wanted water, they wanted water. How did I forget that? So we're going to throw in some shadows. Or not shadows, reflections. Listen at me. Something, I mean, they gotta be perfect. Make a couple that are obviously a little taller than the others. Then bring your happy butt back in here with the old blender brush. Make sure it's good and clean. And we're just gonna take and make sure to pull it down really good. Just like so. See how we're really streaking it? Then we're going to go through and just go sideways, and just like that, you're going to have instant reflections. Man, I wish I hadn't done that. I really didn't want that tree being that big. So it'll be all right. I made bigger mistakes. Now I'm just gonna start throwing in some undergrowth here. Then we're gonna go back in there and we'll color it. And we'll try not to make no more big mistakes again. Throw a few little odd shape this is and that's in there. What I need to do is put just a layer of bushes, brush, what have you, in there. That's what's missing. And you know, that'll look better after we throw in a water line. Probably try to make this look more cattail-like or something. Still, it needs more. Some more is what we're gonna give it. Let's do another one, at least one more right in here before we start going through and highlighting all this stuff. We'll do something. I don't know what. We'll do something. Let's just have just the edge one right here. So you can see there's another one back here growing off in the middle of nowhere. Something like that. We'll just throw some little odd shapes and colors in this one. I don't even know. Brush a little bit to start throwing some green. And I always make sure and I use the same brush that I laid the color with to highlight with. Makes it a whole lot easier. Alright, let's do you since you've been up here longest. And remember, when you're highlighting them, you highlight away, make sure you don't lose all that black. Can't have light without dark, so what's the point of a highlight if you ain't got a dark underpainting on it, you know? And throw in you have some highlights on the bottom. You ain't gotta worry about too much because that's the darkest point of the tree, so no worries. Man, I really, really do not like those mountains at all. Not even a little. get something, don't we? I was trying to tan this up a little, is all I'm doing. Something like that. Honestly, don't remember which one I used. Don't think it was that one I tried though. Done a water line out here nowhere. Have a water line here and there, you know, little things like that help make a difference ultimately. Thing to help because we didn't do a lot on this one. Could have did a lot more, but you know, I think what we could do just to kind of liven it up because it just feels so dead to me right now. A little bit of brown in here. I don't know, something like that. All right, if I can do some messing everything up, we'll just throw in a couple fence posts or something. Something here and there. Something to kind of break it up because it just ain't got enough going on for me, to be honest with you. This little fence post ain't got me nothing great. Something's all it's gonna be. Going all the way up to right here. Now we just take, we'll throw some wire. Just like so. See this little wire fading off into nothing. Some point in time, somebody's either not wanting something getting to their little old pond here, or they want the cattle getting away from it. I don't know. We don't know. We don't care. Something. Ain't gonna be nothing great, just something. There we go, I'll take that. Fix my pole. Fix my fence post here. Let's see, yeah, why not? We're already here. We'll just have it going off into nothing. Just like that. Alright, I really don't like it, but hey, you ain't gotta like them all. Let's try a couple posts or something. Or tree trunks for us here. Maybe it may help me like it a little more, you reckon? Actually, I'll leave it as. Wow, they helped me like that substantially more. Yeah, let's fix this. There we go there. Something new, buddy. You look horrible. Still hate that mountain, don't like the tree line. But it don't matter. Throw a couple things in here somewhere, just so, just a little thing or two of grass. Maybe just, a little twig or something right here and there. Cattails or what have you. One or two right here. No big deal, just a little something. Alright, let's see. Throw some lines back in here. Split her up in there. That make it look a little better. Alright, I spent far too much time on something I didn't like, but hey, there it is, folks. Hopefully you all like it. I do not. I mean, it occasionally happens. You're going to have a painting you don't like. This is mine, but it's alright because somebody will like it. And, every painting ain't got to be for you. We make paintings for everybody, right? And I guess, as Bob would probably say, it brings happiness, I'm sure. So if we can bring happiness, why not? I don't know, folks. Maybe y'all like it, I don't. But anyway, y'all, thanks for sitting around watching. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It costs you absolutely nothing. It helps me out in the long run. But anyway, sorry that had about a month-long hiatus. I didn't get around to painting anything. And, sorry this is what you got when you came back. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, we'll see y'all later.